Hi, my name is Sebastián Perez. I am a student at UNAT, and in this place, I am going to explain uh, the things that I did in this course, testing and evaluation in ELT. And this presentation is called Content Meets Language, a Clear Approach. Okay, so before I start to explain, I have to put a little bit of context. So in this class, we had to choose uh, between different teaching approaches, and I choose this one called CLIL, and CLIL stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning, and this is a teaching approach where students learn academic different academic subjects like physics, maths, science, history through a foreign language. In this case, is English. So, taking that in mind, so we have to do uh, these two things: a virtual learning object and a massive online open course. So, in these images, you have the examples of the things that I did. So in this one, I explain what is CLIL, and in this one, you also have the explanation of CLIL with a presentation and a video that I did for this massive online open course. Okay, so this part is about how can you integrate this methodology into your English classes, and what are the advantages or the good things about this methodology. So you have here that it enhances language proficiency, also builds understanding of academic subjects, like I mentioned before, like science, maths, physics, technology, whatever topic you want to choose, and also promotes learning and prepares students for academic and professional settings. So I have in this part, in this image, you can see how I explain this in the Lavinova, and here in this one, in the mock, I explain this in a video. I explain the basic topics about CLIL, about this methodology. Okay, so now this part is called CLIL in action, and it's a sample activity. And this is when you have to put this approach in action with your students, how you can use it. So I use an example in this activity about a topic of social media and misinformation. So in this topic, you have in this activity, you have different things like reading a passage about digital misinformation, then you have to watch a video, as you can see here. You have the link, and then you have to complete two exercises about this topic. And I explain this in this virtual learning object. I explain everything about this approach when you have to use it in your classes. And with this activity, you can have a sample of that. So now in this part we have the quizzes of the mock, that is, as I said before, the massive online open course. And I had to do this thing in Canvas, and in this platform I did two different quizzes, one about CLIL and one about the climate change, right? So I'm going to read this part here. So these quizzes explore the basics of CLIL and its importance in developing critical thinking skills by combining subject knowledge and language learning. So we have here this quiz. Uh, that is about the topic that I have been explaining clear. And we have here this quiz about climate change. So it is a topic that you can abort with this approach. You can use it with this approach. So that's all for this part. So in this part, I am going to show how can you integrate the SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals into the approach that I have been explaining. So in this part of the LabNova, you have the four C's of CLIL. So you have content, communication, cognition, and culture. In content, you have the subject, whatever the subject you choose, music or physics or art. Then you have communication, how students can explain or express their ideas in that content. Then you have the cognition, how the students can develop their thinking skills within the subject that you choose. And then you have the culture, how students can see different perspectives and exploring global things within this approach. So in the last part, we have here how in the mock I explain how this is an holistic approach in education because it's not only about learning language skills, uh, it's also about gaining a deeper understanding about different global issues and topics that shape our society. So this is the thing why this approach clear is very important.